Yo, what up? What up, what up? Jesús, saludos. David, saludos. Samurai, saludos. Tank, no question. Should be. Should be is one thing. What it's gonna be is different. JTO, what up, blood? JTO boxing. You are a cracker like myself. Welcome. Welcome, JTO. I like that shirt. What is that, a lion? That looks like a lion with gloves in his mouth. Okay. Fuck it. Why not? Why not? What up, D Wayne? D Wayne, insane in the membrane. Where you from, JTO? Where you from? I don't want to be like stereotypical, but I'm getting South vibes from you. Down south. Like, I feel like you're going to have a thick Southern accent. But I could be wrong. You tell me where you're from. Let's figure it out. That interests me, right? You're from Baltimore? Where are you at now, though? Where are you at now, though? Daniel Dubois might upset. I hope that happens, brother man. I don't think it is. Phone lines are open, by the way. Just. Oh, Mo Briggity, upstate. What part? What part? I'm not trying to get like your address, whatever, but just what town, what city, what area, whatever. I know upstate. I'm from downstate New York. Where I'm from? Where you think I'm from, JTO? You follow me, right? Where you think I'm from? Where do you think I'm from, brother? You tell me. Dubois getting Kingston. All right. That's all the way up there. All right. Sorry to report London subway shits on NY subway. I know. I've been on London. It's just cleaner. Nobody talks. Like, nobody talks on it. What's up, man? Morales? Jersey? Jersey? Jersey?
Get the fuck out of here!
If you call me sound from Jersey one more time,
is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Did you ever say I'm from Jersey? No. Try again. Man, we look nothing alike, you racist bat. Man, that was fucking mad.
Oh, that's racist.
We look nothing alike. Just because we're both white? Unbelievable. Ha ha ha. Well, I ain't from no goddamn Jersey. I'll tell you that much. I'm from the state where you're at, where you're in right now. I'm from that state. But what part is the question? Be well. This fucking guy. Yeah, nah, he's mad racist, Iraq. Iraq's way racist. Look at Marco having fun that we all have a white dude. I know. It's just him and the new guy, Aiden. He's another white guy. That's it. Just us two. We got to collaborate. Word? Do we? Do we now? I got a lot of people asking for collaborations, my friend. A lot of people asking. Not to sound like a douche, but they are paying me, which I need. If I didn't need it, Marco, this weekend is stacked. What you mean stacked? Just Usyk and Dubois. Hit the like. Steph, get the fuck out of here, man. Pretty boy. This fucking guy, mad pretty. Mad pretty. Steph, what's your body count? Like 1,000? You got like 1,000 of them lined up? The mustache and the Banana Republic good looks? That's right. Get 1,000 probably under his belt. Damn, Marco, you stink. I stink. No, I don't. I never stink, actually. Word. Manny versus Barrios. That's this weekend? Oh, that's all this weekend? Oh, shucky ducky now. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That is a pretty good card. Straight up and down, like 6 o'clock. That's a good card. Yeah. Wow. That's a lot of fights. You guys see my video I did on Burlanga? Did you guys see it? Oh, that's why I stink? Yeah, well. I'm going through a lot of shit personally right now. You guys know with business, so sometimes it's hard to retain certain things. Like I'll know a couple days before. Like you guys have never seen me the day of being like, "That's tonight." Like I'll know like leading up to it, but a week out, it doesn't matter unless I'm. You know what I mean? What's the difference? Those days are over. I'm happy with the relationship. She drives me crazy sometimes, but old lady treats me, man, they all drive us all crazy. That's what they do. Nah, Dubois didn't pull out. Pause. Ew. Marco, did you hear some people saying Burlanga's opponent cheated? Yeah, I'm hearing that bullshit. I know, bro. I'm just busting your balls. Leave my balls alone, man. Leave my balls alone. Burlanga was outclassed. I mean, I wouldn't even say he was outclassed. He just got fucked up. Like, that's an ass whooping. That's a vicious ass whooping. He got dropped 3 times, beat up to the point where he had no chance of winning. Like, after that first knockdown, he got up, you're like, maybe. And then the second a few other punches landed, from that point on, you knew he had no chance of winning this fight. What are the 2 big upsets you're calling, David? What are they? Phone lines are open, people. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Yeah, I suppose so. I don't think he has KO power to begin with. That's the problem. He had a pocket knife, but he was trying to live by a sword. People saying, why did he take his right hand wrap off, but not the left? Who cares what they say? Do you realize that hand wraps are checked thoroughly by the other team before the fight? And I believe they're checked after the fight. So it's nothing but bullshit. You think Pac-Man wins? I do not. Although I'm going for him to win. I think that would be a dope. I think that'd be a dope style. Dope story, I mean. That'd be a dope story. I guess Marco didn't get it. Who the fuck is Dubois? I didn't get it. Dubois has a chance of knocking him out. Pressure on Dubois to win. I figure Usyk can weather a few storms, but this fight will go. Yeah. Danny? You're calling Daniel Dubois Danny? Like you're his uncle? Okay. What you mean verse them? Who's a better fighter if they fought each other? Because you know they can't fight each other. Just his fans coming up with excuses for him because he's garbage. I like that, Dwayne. I don't want to say he's garbage, but let in the samurai. There you go, samurai. Better fighter. Oh, Sugar Ray Robinson. Of course. I think Muhammad Ali is overrated as a fighter. Not as a person, not as an activist.
Yeah.
As a fighter. What's this? What this?
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Cause I think the dude was saying you ain't spelled Dubois name right. You spelled the Dubious.
Oh. Dubious is kind of funny. Well, it's going to be a dubious ass fight, so maybe that's what should have happened. What up, CT? What, you don't like my Ali take? Well, I don't know what to tell you. A lot of people don't like it, but you know, people get blinded and mistake character for boxing skill. Best character in history. Most popular fighter, best talker, most charismatic. Did the most for like the movement at the time. All that, yes. But just in the ring, in that squared circle, nah. Not the greatest. Not in my opinion. Motherfucker lost at least 5 fights in what should be his prime. Unless people think his prime was only up until he was 28 years old. Because when he lost to fucking Joe Frazier, he was 29, I believe. Wasn't even 30. That's not his prime? I mean, look, Mike Tyson's prime ended when he was like 22, 23. So, I mean, if that's your argument, fine. Hey, man, I'm explaining it. That's what it is.
I think people just like they hear the name Ali and just
I know.
yeah.
Right. Uh-oh. My man Fred loves Ali. He's about to fucking take his knee. His prime was before he's suspended. So his prime ended at fucking 28 years. No. He was out 3 years, right? So his prime ended at like 26, 27. That happened with Mike Tyson, so it's possible. But if that's what you're telling me,
Having an Adrian Broner.
well, Adrian Broner, I don't think he just stepped up in competition. There's a difference. Ali and Mike were beating the top of the guys at the time. Point. Yeah. I just think Ali was, you look at his punches, like the one who fought Cleveland Williams, that guy, yeah, he could possibly beat any heavyweight in history. True. So, but if we're looking at just that portion of his career, you got an argument. But like for me, it's hard to throw out what he did in his late 20s, early 30s. Because even back then, early 30s was starting to be the end of it. You know what I mean? But late 20s was never the end of anybody's prime. But again, Mike Tyson is one of the few that also ended their prime early. So it's a talk. It's a talk. But then, if that's the case, well, let me say, I exclude Mike Tyson from pound for pound talks because you have to have a long enough prime to qualify. So if we're saying Ali before the suspension, Frederick, then in my opinion, Ali has to be suspended too. You got to suspend Ali because his prime was too short. You're going to take dudes with 4-year primes and put them in pound for pounds? How's that even? Right? No?
So that's why a guy like Floyd should be at the top of your list.
Yeah, he should be.
But I always want to ask you.
He's up there.
I always want to ask you, like, so you know how you hear me?
I hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Like your boy Roy, he love Muhammad Ali, but you feel how you feel about him. How do you think Roy feel about what you feel?
Wait a second. Fred, you never said Ali's the greatest? I've known you 25, 30 years. I could have swore you said that. Sorry, say that again, Yain. Fred just threw me for a loop.
No, okay, so you know how Roy Jones think Muhammad Ali the greatest. So how do you think Mike Tyson will feel about your take about Muhammad Ali?
No, people won't agree with it. But people, maybe if they listen the way I explain it, because I say, like, not as because here's the problem. People like Roy and like Mike, they include the fighter's entire career and their impact on the world. They include the impact on the world. If you include that, you can't fuck with Ali. But I don't, because we're talking about boxing, right? We're talking about what you did in that squared circle. And the truth is, Ali was great up until a point, but had a bunch of L's. I mean, he arguably lost all 3 fights to Ken Norton, who wasn't even a top heavyweight. Ken Norton was only famous because he beat Ali. Every other fighter, including Jerry Cooney that faced Norton, viciously snapped his cabbage around.
It wasn't the heavyweight division that deep back then? Like, wasn't a lot of great heavyweights back then, though?
Foreman, Frazier, Norton. Like,
so taking a loss isn't that?
What's that?
Taking a loss isn't that a big deal back then because you're fighting the best.
It doesn't matter so much to Frazier, but it matters when you lose 3 times to fucking Norton. That to me is like, what? And Spinks, who had like 7 pro fights when he beat him.
All right. Well, I'm not really arguing your take on Ali because I never seen him fight. I'm just going off of what my grandfather told me about him and the fights that I watched with him. So I never said he was the greatest. Cause I can't say somebody's the greatest who I never seen before. So I just know my grandfather. He's the Ali. That's his man. So if he heard you say that, he probably jumped through the phone.
Well, you know what?
So that was just my take.
Nah, but if people listen to me explain it, where I'm saying I don't include his impact on the world, then people might get it. Because most people, and that's the problem. We talk about this on this channel all the time. Pound for pound, there has to be a criteria. You have to establish it. Because you and me can't even, let's say you and me are arguing. We can't argue because your criteria might be different than mine. So who am I to say?
Right.
Let's say you care about the impact on the world. Who am I to say that you know that's your criteria? Fine, then you're right. Then he is. I just don't,
Right.
and I don't think we should. And I don't think we should. I think
Right.
we should look at dudes' primes only as well. Personally,
Right. Yeah.
that's
I
me.
get it. I get it. Yeah.
You know,
For me, the best I ever seen in my era is Sugar Ray Leonard. That's my favorite fighter of all time. So that, so I never seen Ali fight, so I can't really talk about that.
you got an argument for Sugar Ray Leonard. He is one of the greatest for sure. But both Sugar Rays are the greatest.
Y'all know who my goat is.
Broner.
He up there. Nah, my boy Floyd, man.
Floyd, no, that's a good one because his whole career was his prime. So like, what can you say to that? You know what I mean? Duran was
Duran
not
is
better
better
than
than
Sugar
who?
Ray Leonard, huh?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Ian's goat is Broner. What's up, Joe?
He one of them.
Yo, Joe. You been watching the Tourette's girl? JTO tripping. Come on in, CJ. Stop playing around. Stop fucking around. Floyd would agree with me. Ha 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 ha. What do you say? Duran is better. What? Go ahead.
Better than
He thinks
Sugar
Duran
Ray
is
Leonard.
better than. Well, I mean, there's an argument for that because Duran's the only one to beat a prime Sugar Ray Leonard. Well, his prime was weird, but yeah. Right? That's the only one to beat prime Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you got an argument for that. But again, you look at the rematch, Sugar Ray Leonard frustrated him so bad, it made him quit. Like, and he never quit since then. And he never, like, and that's a rare occurrence. That's why I'm saying, like, most dudes who quit, they're quitters for life. Like, that's why I'm a little on
Duran
the
quit?
fence about Daniel Dubois fighting because he already quit. But Duran,
You said Duran quit?
Yeah, he quit. Sugar Ray Leonard made him quit. You don't remember
I
that?
should watch that.
It's a famous thing. He goes, no mas,
No,
which means
I
in
don't remember
Spanish, no more.
No more.
He said, no mas. And he turned and said, no, like annoyed, like, no. It was after Sugar Ray was like fucking tapping him up, sticking his chin out, clowning him, like embarrassing him. And he just quit. Just straight up quit. And then later
But
tried
when
to
Sugar Ray
say,
Leonard first lost,
was Sugar Ray Leonard what?
I know. I was
he
gonna
what?
say, like, when he first lost, when he young,
Yeah. Probably
so he learned from it.
my guess, what would he probably 24, 25 when he lost to Duran? Something like that. That'd be my guess. But that was, you have to understand, back then, 24, 25, what was like at 30, you're done. You know what I mean? At 30, you were old now. That's how it was when even in Roy's era. That's why I try and tell people Roy was damn near 30. Was he 35, 36 when he lost to Tarver? Like that was the conclusion of a career back then. It's not now. You got Crawford and Canelo at 35, 36, 37 fighting at the highest of their abilities, but that was not the case back then.
Even Floyd, like, I think Floyd like extended that barrier too. He was like 37 still, like fighting Canelo.
Yeah, he was 36. I mean, I think his last fight against McGregor, wasn't he 40?
He was like 40 something.
Yeah, he was fucking 40. So it all changes. Everything changes. It all fucking changes. Roy was cheeks. You're such a fucking clown. Your cheeks. Your face is cheeks. Dude, Ali was 29 when he fought Frazier after a 3-year layoff. So was he old or in his prime? I think he was in his prime, but people like you, Fred, say that he was out of his prime.
Yeah.
And you better
Who was
stick
that
to
white
that
dude with the
because
long hair?
new guy.
Yesterday.
Oh, Aiden. He's been here before. But nah, like you better, Fred. You should stick to that Ali theory because then it makes it valid. Because if you're telling me he was in his prime when Norton and fucking Frazier mopped him, okay. Nah, for real.
Why you gotta say it like that, man?
Because he did. He was fucking like he dragged him all over the fucking canvas like mopping glue.
I gotta watch that fight.
Do
What's up?
do I lose any points as a boxing pundit? Do I lose any respect if I say that I've never seen a full Muhammad Ali fight?
No,
Me neither.
you're young.
It's-
You're in your 20s. That's normal.
Okay, I've never seen Muhammad Ali complete fight.
Now you guys consider calling yourselves. That's on some like Ness shit, right? You guys calling yourself boxing hardcores or whatever. There's YouTube. Just watch it.
I would
There's
say
no
Did you guys even? Did they even see
Bill-
Sugar Ray Leonard live?
There's no excuse not to watch Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, and Muhammad Ali. There's just no excuse.
I don't think Ness watches old fights. I don't think.
No, he doesn't at all. And,
Yo,
and
that's
he's-
crazy.
and he doesn't care to, which is fine because guess what, guys? I don't care to watch, preliminary showbox cards like
Right.
pro box. Excuse me.
but my counter, Marco, is you get paid off of current events. There's no one making a killing on YouTube discussing Jack Johnson or 1960
I am.
fighter.
I
So
wouldn't say a killing, but that's where I got my popularity from.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, people like Marco we need. Like I need somebody like Marco because there's a lot of old fights I haven't seen before.
Thank you, but I'm doing
If
both.
you don't watch the old guys, you have nothing to compare these new guys to.
Right. You don't know where you're at if you don't know where you've been. So, but I am doing more. Like I just did did you guys see the videos I dropped? I did the Shakur fight and the Burlanga fight. And I'm gonna do two more now I'm gonna do one on Norman and one on Floyd Schofield. So I'm gonna start getting into more current
let's
shit.
go.
Marco, did you talk about the Burlanga debacle yet? What was your take on him getting his ass mollywopped?
What was my take on it? You didn't see the video? No? You see the video I put out or not?
I did not, sir. I did not, sir.
All right, let's do it. Let's play it real quick, and this is my take on it. Here it is.
I like that, Marco. Work smart, not hard.
Shiraz emphatically puts the super middleweight division on notice as he serves up Edgar Burlanga like some divorce papers. 2025 in my hometown, NYC. Edgar goes for the knockout off rip, trying to make good on all his pre-fight trash talk. But Shiraz answers right back like a hormonal teenager, delivering more bombs than an arms dealer, leaving onlookers astounded at the velocity of his punches, as he singes Burlanga's nose hairs with even the shots that miss. Hamza then connects with a left hook that resets Edgar like a Windows 95 reboot. But Burlanga gets back to basics like he's dating a 6 as he begins shooting his jab. This sets up a cinder block that knocks the kickstand out from under Shiraz. The Puerto Rican standout continues rapid firing his jab like he's using a tennis ball machine. But Hamza is now calculating distance better than Isaac Newton, using his 6'4" frame to maintain range while he pivot and pops and disrupts Burlanga's rhythm. But by round 4, both pugilists have thrown away their tap shoes and strapped on cleats as they plant themselves in that phone booth like they're AT&T repairmen. The British native then lands a nuclear bomb left, followed by an extra crispy 4-piece with a side of barbecue sauce. This dumps Edgar back onto the floor like he just lost a game of musical chairs. But Burlanga bravely gets up and jumps right back into the trenches like he's starring in Saving Private Ryan. But moments later, Shiraz detonates another grenade that snaps Edgar's cabbage back like a Pez dispenser, before landing a follow-up right that pile drives Burlanga into the canvas like he's wrestling The Undertaker. The woozy NYC native astonishingly rises again, but is saved as the bell rings, ending the round. Seconds into the 5th, Hamza blasts him with 2 more hammers that knock the morning dew off Burlanga's melon, which makes him bend and touch the ground like he's Tom Brady securing a first down. The referee has now seen enough and waves off the fight.
There it is. That's my take. Whoop, there it is. It's what I thought would happen. Okay, I wasn't sure it'd be that dominant of an ass whooping, but I all of you guys know from jump, I was picking Shiraz. I thought Burlanga was overrated.
Oh, Burlanga's always been overrated. I mean, if if the word hype train fits any fighter in this era, it's Burlanga. I just wasn't sure about Shiraz because I mean he looked so bad against Adamas, and
Well, he said he hurt his hand, and I believe it because this was a different. These punches look different in this fight.
The weight cut too, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, good point.
He's a big boy.
Totally agree.
well,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah, he said he was drained in that Adamas fight. He did say that. So
Yeah.
maybe he was.
Mhm.
Hey Marco, you got a coffee?
Thomas said he would go up to 168 for the rematch.
What's your order?
It's a fucking latte. Why? You want to go out and have coffee with me?
It's 'cause
Damn.
it's weird.
Is that what? You want to go have some coffee together?
I just wanted to see like how you get it because you always
You want to
rave
see how
about
I get it?
your order.
Oh my goodness! I'm not
All right,
telling you how I
nice.
get it.
Back to boxing.
Sorry, Alberto. I love fucking with you. I'm sorry. I apologize. All right. Anyway,
Marco, did I miss any talk about Usyk Dubois 2 this weekend, or have you guys talked about that?
no, we went live only like maybe a little. No, not, I mean, I said that I can't unsee him quitting, and but we all know that he has the power. Not only do we know it from watching him fight Joshua and other people, but we saw what he did when he tenderized Usyk's breadbasket. So he could hurt him, but will he? And will he not quit?
Well, I think he's just as likely to quit as he did before because I mean he's showing so many signs of a nervous fighter in this rematch. But the punch in the first fight was low, so Dubois got.
Hold on, mate. That was not low in my opinion. That was absolutely legal.
Well, it wasn't a legal shot. It was low. Usyk
What
didn't
you
fake
mean?
anything.
Belt line is not legal. I mean, it's not low. Belt line is. Here's the thing, right? It's only determined by what the ref says, and the ref did say belt line. But in general, belt line is completely legal. And here's another thing, since you want to go that route. Okay, so if it's low, what's it doing? It doesn't need to be low. It can't be low because it hits what? The nuts, right? Right. When you get hit, first off, if you look at where that punch landed, I don't know if you know much about it, if you have good biology and anatomy teachers over there in Australia, but that is nowhere near his nuts. The belly button is nowhere near his nuts. No, let me finish. Secondly, the way he went down. Have you ever been hit in the nuts before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Is that how you react? No. That's how you react when you got the wind knocked out of you, how Usyk reacted. That was not a fucking nut shot. Nothing about it was a low blow. Not where it landed, but not even the reaction. That was a fucking the wind knocked out of him. I don't know how we're even arguing this, but let me hear your side of it.
Well, I'm not arguing anything. I'm just my anatomy is not messed up because I'm from New Zealand. Okay.
I know that was a joke.
Okay. Well,
I'm not that dumb of an American where I'm like, you guys don't have good teachers. Go ahead.
I didn't say that. I used to compete as a kid, so yeah, I've been hitting the nuts and stuff, and I know that was nothing. That wasn't a nut shot, but it was. I said it was a low blow, not in the nuts. And the ref stated, and by the way, people can look this up. On the same day, there was the Eastern European guy Kasabuski. He beat a guy on DQ because he kept getting hit in the nuts. The same referee. He put his hand on the belt line and said, if any punches there is low. So if it's on the belt line, it is considered low. And Dubois' punch was slightly below the middle part of the belt line.
If it lands on the belt line, though, at any point. Look, whatever. Regardless of that, like I said, that got the wind knocked out of him. And that's a legal shot in boxing. Getting the nuts, getting your fucking nuts spun around is not legal. Getting the wind knocked out of you is actually exactly what you're supposed to do. That's the intent, is to either knock somebody's jaw off or knock the fucking wind out of them. So it was legal to me. But either way,
tomato.
We don't know what
the fight got called. It went the way it went.
Well,
Look,
here's what I think, right?
Usyk played the ref. Usyk experience. He played the ref. Good for him. Let's do it again.
Let's say the ref would have said, "Okay, that's a legal punch." He started counting. This is why I tell people it shouldn't be a knockout, because we don't know if Usyk would have just grabbed his nuts and got up and just dealt with it. We don't know if Usyk was maybe acting a little bit, just you know what I'm saying? We don't know. So I don't agree. See, I'm balanced. I don't agree with people who say it's a knockout. Nah.
That's dangerous, Marco.
Well, he was discombobulated for about 2 minutes, Usyk. Can we all agree? Like, he couldn't fucking get up. but maybe he would have if there was a ref in his face counting. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. We don't know.
Could I just shout out somebody in the comments? Fix Electronics. That was the fight I was talking about. So people need to look up F.A. Jagba versus Kasabuski. It happened on the same day in the US, and yeah, Kasabuski got DQ'd for nut shots. And
that,
the ref,
that was the same referee?
No. These were
so
It happened on the same day. What I'm saying is the referee gave the same instructions as the guy who refereed Usyk Dubois.
Yeah, but every referee is different, and it matters what that ref said. And I think the ref said it was legal. I believe. I don't remember what he said before the fight. Hold on, real quick. Let me get to these super chats. CJ, appreciate you. Everybody wants their voice heard, but the channel needs support to allow y'all the opportunity. Yes, thank you, CJ. Another one, CJ. Point of the low blow rule is to protect the nuts. That's, of course, you get hit in anywhere else, it's not going to cause any damage. Absolutely, it's for the nuts.
That I disagree with.
Oh, really?
Shout out CJ. Shout out CJ.
I've been in the ring. I've been hit everywhere. I've never been hit in the nuts, actually. Thank God. But I've been hit all above and everything else. That doesn't do shit.
How do you disagree with a rule?
If you were, when I say I disagree, if you get hit in the groin area to where your groin guard moves around, that alone can hurt. Like,
have you ever had that happen to you? Because I have.
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have too, and the shit it's minor. It's very minor. But look, that's not what happened. This motherfucker had the wind knocked out of him. Clearly.
Yeah, he right on the stomach.
Clearly got the wind knocked out of him. Yeah. So I mean, I don't even know why we're arguing this, but whatever.
Marco, can I push back on fight? The reason why I think we have to take into account that it wasn't a low blow is because Usyk has shown a susceptibility that he's, susceptible to those kinds of body shots.
Absolutely.
So he doesn't like the body.
As far back as amateur.
So here's my question. Why didn't Dubois go back to the body?
I was fucking.
Because he's a retard.
This is why I lost respect for him. He quits in a fight where he knows he can knock a guy out or at least down. He doesn't keep trying. He just decides to quit a few rounds later. I don't. Yeah, that's a great question.
Here's another reason why I think this. It's going to be competitive because of Usyk's age, and Dubois is more than 10 years younger. But in terms of Dubois' ability, I don't want to say he's worse, but he hasn't improved since the first fight. Like, Marco, you've been breaking down fights for years. When he fought Joshua, the first punch he knocked him down with in the first round, that punch you could see coming a mile away. Like, he telegraphed it so badly, and Joshua's chin was up in the air. Like, Dubois looked great that night, but I think Joshua made it easy for him. So
I'm starting Fight Sports. I'm starting to get clear anti-Dubois bias from you. What the fuck? What did he do to you? Why don't you like him?
He didn't do anything to me. I'm just saying.
You seem biased. You seem a little biased. You seem like
yeah, he does.
Well, I'm talking about. Yeah, he did look good, but I'm talking about his technique. He still has his elbows up real wide. He doesn't move his head at all. He's still very stiff, like Frank Bruno. He doesn't move his head. He telegraphs a lot of his shots. So I'm just saying
that's most heavyweights, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he does it to. I think he does it to an extreme. Like Tyson Fury is a lot more difficult to read than Dubois is.
Yeah. Well,
Well, most of them telegraph their shots except for Usyk. That's why he's whooping all their asses.
Well, I don't. You can blame Joshua for a lot of things, but I don't think Joshua telegraphed his shots as much as Dubois does.
I mean, I think Dubois.
No, he does it, but he can't take a shot, and he leaves his chin out there. So he's been doing that since he was fresh in the game. So he needs to improve on that.
I agree with that.
Dubois has definitely improved. He's definitely a rejuvenated sense of confidence, So, but again, once a quitter, like Duran's probably the only person I've ever seen quit that really seemed like a fluke. Everybody else who quits, it's like Victor Ortiz, like it's in their character, and I don't trust it.
Marco,
hold on, because now you disparaging guys. Do you think he quit against Joe Joyce, or you think that the pain from that broken orbital made him quit?
No, I'm talking about the quitting against Usyk, not Joyce.
He didn't quit. He just was fucking dog tired. I don't think he quit. I think he was dog tired. I think he couldn't breathe, Marco. You can't fight if you can't breathe, bro.
Nah. You're thinking. I don't know if you were a fighter before, but if you're a fighter, that's bullshit. That's a load of
You
shit.
can't fight if you can't breathe. The dude couldn't breathe, man. The dude was dog fucking tired.
I disagree.
I gotta push back on that. He very clearly quit against Joe Joyce. Now, if his eye socket really was broken, then he did the smart thing. But he also looked like a guy who had enough of.
And that is quitting.
Life.
Like,
didn't he have surgery?
Wilder
didn't he have surgery after that fight?
Yes. Wilder stands there and says he'll go out on his shield, and people love it. So where's that energy with this guy? Why is he allowed to not go out on his shield? I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. And
Wilder's a dumbass. Wilder's a dumbass, and we've been knowing that for a long time.
That's true. That's true too.
Yeah, Wilder's a dumbass. But this guy, he's okay, man. He's got heart. He's a good kid. He just ain't very technically sound. Usyk, if Usyk doesn't get old overnight, he gonna tire this guy out and stop him again. This guy's not that good.
He's not that good.
That's all it is. He's not that good, bro. He's not that good.
Dubois?
It's okay. Daniel Dubois is okay. He's a good fighter, but he's not no elite talent at the heavyweight division. He's not that.
So if he knocks out Usyk, will you change your mind?
He's not going to knock out Usyk. If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. He's not going to do that.
What if he does? Would you think he's elite, or you just think it's lucky?
I think he's lucky if he does.
Okay, so it looks like there's a little more bias going on here. People hate Dubois.
No, it's not bias. The truth. I think, put it this way, who we got in the heavyweight division? Who do we got in the heavyweight division besides Usyk?
Bunch of old farts.
Some dudes old shit. We ain't got nobody. I think, put it this way. I think the other dude from England will beat him. See the guy?
Huh?
Joseph
You're talking about Moses.
The guy who knocked out Fraser Clark.
Oh, what's up?
The guy who knocked out Fraser Clark.
Yeah, I don't know.
He
was a nice wrestler. Now,
Fabio Wardley. I think he beats Daniel Dubois. I think he beats him.
He might. That guy is
the thing is, Usyk is old. But Marco, you said you feel like I'm being biased. I mean, I don't like Dubois because of how he handled the Usyk fight. I think he's a punk. But in terms of, I don't dislike the guy personally. I just don't think he's going to win.
Okay, well, whatever. We'll see. I just don't. I don't. That whole low blow thing to me is wild. But every now and then, some people have agreed with you. But to me, that was a very clean shot.
Well,
it doesn't matter because he lost every second of every other.
Could I just shout somebody out quickly because they did break this down very well.
Yeah. Hold on.
People should look up. Sorry.
Let me just read the super chat. 200 on Dubois. Oh, CJ wants to bet 200.
Hell yeah!
Because he hears all you Dubois haters.
I think that's the dudes on the panel that are against Dubois. He wants them to put their money where their mouth is.
I should take that bet.
I would listen, CJ. I would take that bet, but I've had bad experiences betting online before. So
what? People don't pay you?
Correct.
Marco's a good bookie, though.
No. The way we do it is I hold it. I keep a little small percentage, but I hold it. So the bet happens where you both give it to me beforehand. I take 10%.
A little kickback. Yep.
So that's the way you'll get it. If I'm like the escrow.
Oh yeah, no. Just this one was like it was years ago. They sent me a screenshot of them transferring the money, so it did go through. But somehow this cheeky whatever he was able to reverse it. Because I never received it.
Or he just photoshopped the screenshot to begin with.
I don't know. I don't know if he's that good, but maybe. But if I could just give a shout out to people should look up Hatman channel. He broke this down how the punch was low. But hey, Marco, to agree to disagree, just wanted to point that out.
I mean, he can break down whatever he wants. It's look, it is questionable. It was questionably low, but again, the deciding factor to me is that shot would do nothing. And that's not going to rub his cup into his nuts. That shot, that it would do nothing to drop him. That's why this doesn't matter to me. If it would have been in an area that might have, discombobulated him, I would say okay, but it wasn't. It was a clear shot in the stomach, knocked the wind out of him.
Marco,
what's up?
Is that Jersey Bob on the panel? I can't see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, how
What's
you
up,
doing?
Bob? Pretty good.
That's Bob. That's Robert. So,
I
Thoughts on
heard.
Usyk?
I thought Dubois quit, but I thought he showed a lot against Big Baby and against Joshua.
yeah.
So I don't think he's gonna win, but I think he improved a lot.
Yeah, your voice is you're coming in real choppy, Bob. It seems like you have bad reception, but yeah, I think he's rejuvenated himself for sure. Which is why we're all a little excited. Well, you know what I love with him when they show that. You remember that face off with him and Joshua was like, "Don't disrespect me, bro." When he got up, he's like, "I'll hit you with this chair," and he was talking all that shit. And Dubois actually looked a little like scared or uncomfortable, right? Or so it appeared. And then fast forward to the fight, and he stretches his ass out, puts him to sleep like a Mother Goose lullaby.
Pause.
What?
You said stretches his
Yeah,
ass out. Marco,
listen.
that's pause.
Come
I'm
on,
sorry to interrupt.
Come on, him or me? Yayan.
Let's just continue, man, please.
That was him being goofy, right?
You said spread
I
his
don't know.
asshole out.
I didn't say. Wait, what? Oh
No,
my
he
god!
wilded.
Oh
Dude,
my god!
Yo, that's
you say stretched all the time, bro. It's the same.
Alberto, you're
oh
out of
man,
control.
that's nasty work.
This dude's talking about assholes.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, this fucking guy. Okay. I'm telling you, that California water. You do not drink the water in California. What's up, Gvon? UFC is selling. Oh yeah, right, because they're promoting it together. 24K ringside. Not bad. Yeah, okay.
Like I said, not bad.
Fuck that.
Marco, why you ain't go to the fight Saturday, man?
Why? Because they didn't approve me for press passes, and I was on my protest civil rights shit. Like, fuck you. You're not gonna fuck that. I could have gone. I could have got like a $70 ticket, but it's like we already talked about this, but it's like for my career, me just going in as just a normal like patron does nothing for like my career. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going there, I'm gonna be rubbing elbows with people, going in the press areas. You know, so I was like, fuck it.
I heard a bunch of
real
people.
quick. I'm sorry. Just real quick. You like wrestling? I can get you tickets for a SummerSlam. You and your family, man.
I don't like wrestling. I wish I did.
Oh,
I
no?
appreciate it. Nah, I don't. I
Oh, okay.
I thank you for the offer though.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I know you're the WWE hookup.
Yeah.
Nah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Marco,
I used to love it when I was a kid. What's up?
I seen a video of a kid on YouTube who like he hid in like a garbage can, and that's how he was able to get into the Tyson Jake Paul card.
Wow. Okay.
But I heard people saying like the New York fight, it was hot in the arena. Like
It was
super hot in the arena.
Shakur said that.
Oh, he did say that, yeah.
Yeah, Shakur said that. Yeah.
I wonder why would they, you know?
Which doesn't make sense because isn't that a sports arena to begin with? It should be adequately cooled off. Yeah, I don't know. You guys saw that Shakur and Conor Ben thing?
Yeah, he cooked dog.
Yeah, I really don't want to see that.
Me neither.
Conor Ben, the Eubank fight was okay. It turned out to be really good, but it was a circus fight from the start. Conor Ben should just shut up and fight a decent contender in his division, or if he wants to fight Barrios, who is technically a world champion, go for it. These fights saying I'm going to pull these little guys up is just and say, oh, I did the same thing against Eubank when Eubank was drained. It's just silly to me. I don't think you should focus on Shakur or anybody, but I was disappointed when Shakur said that he and Tank need to get in touch, but he said he hasn't been in touch with Tank. Like, it looks like that fight's not going to happen.
No, Tank has no interest in fighting. He wants to maybe erase his, how he looked against Roach. But I don't think, I don't even think he's going to do that. I mean, if it hasn't been signed yet, for what? Like, what's the reason this hasn't been signed? This fight.
It came out like almost 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, Marco, is there a holdup because of money? Because originally Roach was saying he wanted more, or is it because of Tank's legal trouble, or are they now looking in other directions?
the legal trouble just occurred, so I doubt it's
No,
that.
no, let me speak on that. That's exactly what I wanted to jump in on. We just heard about it. It happened like 4 weeks ago, to my knowledge.
What did?
So,
it did?
the actual
Yeah,
domestic
yeah.
dispute.
Okay, but still, the day after they
good
their
point.
first fight, there was like rematch, and nothing happened. I think Tank is. We see the mind frame he's in clearly. He's how I feel with my business. I'm done with it. I'm selling. I want to get the fuck out.
He's out to pasture.
Yeah, I think so.
Yo,
And
I wasn't even planning.
That initial competitive streak in him got him to maybe consider people thinks he beat me, but then that died down. He's like, nah. Let me have my Jake Paul fight and get the fuck out of here.
Word. I wasn't even planning on hopping up on the panel this morning. Rather, I was gonna wait till this evening because I'm a little short on time. But shit got a little spicy from multiple angles. Let's talk boxing first. Dubois. Okay. Marco, I get your point. You can't predict what might have happened if the referee had ruled it a legal punch.
Mhm.
But given the amount of time it took him to fully recover, and then granted, he came back, and he got back to his normal self and stopped him. Shout out to Usyk, one of my favorite fighters. But I don't like if it had been maybe 30 seconds, maybe, but 2-3 minutes, I can't give him the benefit of the doubt on that. I think he would have been stopped. And given that, everything that happened after that would have been a moot point because we never would have seen it. If he gets stopped right there, that's fucking it.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm confident putting some bread on Dubois, not because he's superior, technically superior rather, but because he has that power. We saw it with Joshua, a much bigger man. Y'all got it.
I highly disagree with that, where you're saying that you can't give the benefit of the doubt, because I've been in those situations. I'm sure you've been in the situations, not that specific, where you're going through some pain. It could even be mental pain. It could be physical pain, whatever, anguish of any kind, and you have to get something done that if you knew you didn't have to do, you would just sit there and take your time. But instead, you rough through it because you had to. And I think he could have done that. He might have done that.
Perhaps, as you guys know, I've done a few combat sports. You might be right, but I can't. Again, I would have to side on the other side, given what his reaction was.
He also what he wants to, he's not acting, but maybe he was taking his time too. Like,
Word.
You know what I'm saying? We
Maybe.
don't know. But it did look. I agree with you. It looked like it discombobulated him for at least 2 minutes. I agree with you. His hand was shaking, everything.
And is Fight Sports Talk still on the panel?
Yeah, what's up?
I just wanted to reiterate that the spirit of the rule, maybe that's not okay, because they have to have certain parameters. They can't just say, if you hit him in the nuts, then that's a low blow. No, they have to have an objective criteria. So that's the reason. So by that, even Marco even said it wasn't even a low blow by that metric.
No.
So that's where I land on that. That the spirit of the rule is to protect the nuts, and that definitely was not in the nuts.
Nowhere near it. No, it was more. It was closer to the belly button than the nuts. Like, we're talking like a foot away from his nuts. Like, how is this even I don't really get it, but whatever.
You might have hit him in the ovaries. I don't know.
I busted his uterus.
Okay, can I respond to that? Can I respond?
Sure.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, I never said it was in the nuts. So we don't disagree on that. I'm just talking about legal and illegal. It was an illegal shot. That's what I'm saying, because of
it was arguably illegal. I agree with you. Arguably illegal. Agree with you. But the reaction, he got hit. He got hit in the body, man. It's pure and simple and plain. Like, it's all about reactions. You want to see what somebody looks like when they get hit in the nuts, or you've seen what they look. We've all been hit in the nuts. We know what that pain is like. We're not gasping for breath. It's a sharp pain.
Well,
exactly.
No, okay. Another thing I want to bring up: if people watch Usyk Fury 1, it was okay. I can't remember what round it's in. It's probably in the highlights. Fury does land a shot directly in the nuts. Like, okay, maybe not Andrew Gallotta low, but it's still much lower than Dubois was. And this isn't like, it's very clear the referee didn't see it. I actually did a video last year breaking it down how bad the referee was. And Usyk, he hits his leg in anger and shouts at Fury and says, "What the hell are you doing?" So to say that, this is where I respectfully disagree that Usyk.
Okay, well, there you go. Because
you're making this point. You're making my point.
A nut shot would give you a sharp pain and annoy you. A body blow drops you and puts you out. You kind of just proved the point.
Precisely.
Yep.
Couldn't agree more.
Uh,
Yeah, and Galata,
Okay,
by
that's
the
not-
way, not only did Galata throw a combination to the balls and
Combination
then
to the
rolled
nuts.
and then throw another, like he did an entire training session on the nut. The last one, he was like, bop, 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 dip, dip, bop, bop, bop. I was like, Jesus, this guy just did a whole drill. He did
Yeah,
a whole
that wasn't actually the point I was making earlier. I mean, but okay.
Well, no, I mean, you said he got actually hit in the nuts and he reacted much differently than to the Dubois body shot.
Right.
So that's
That's
it.
your own words, fight.
Yeah, I was talking about how Usyk responds when people hit him in the nuts. Same thing. There was a borderline shot in the second Joshua fight where Joshua did land again slightly below the belt line, so borderline, but it was low, and Usyk called for a timeout. So, I mean, those guys are better body punchers than Fury.
Whatever.
Can we go back to the well, I want to go back to the Tank and Shakur thing. And, I'll say if I was Shakur and Tank don't want to fight Roach, that'll be my next fight. I just beat the
Boring,
dude that
though.
Tank couldn't.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
boring.
I don't think Tank will sign that, or his team won't. I mean, if you don't want to put it on the fighter.
I think
he's
Shakur
saying
should fight Roach.
Shakur and God damn it, Alberto.
Oh, Shakur and Roach.
That
I'd
wasn't
rather see
me.
Kid Austin.
Well,
It was not me
Oh,
either. I
yeah,
was talking
yeah,
at the
yeah.
time. I'd rather see Kid Austin than Roach.
But
But hey, shout out Roach.
it'd be more so like I'm beating the dude Tank couldn't beat.
I like
But-
it. Common opponent. I feel you.
Yeah, didn't you see yesterday on the Ariel Helwani show that Shakur wants Conor Benn next? He wants to become a four division.
I don't
like
believe that,
I don't
guys.
like that
That
fight.
was them sitting in front of each other and starting to get competitive. That's all that
Like
was.
posturing.
Yeah,
Lot of sauce.
because the dude's right in his
Exactly. Good
face. Yeah, that's all that was. That's not a realistic fight.
Yeah,
Conor
it kind of
he looked
seemed to me they were
huge.
hamming it up for the camera, but
I don't know if they were hamming. I think they legitimately, like, when you got a guy in front of you, like, challenging you, you go back. But then I bet you a few hours after when they start thinking about it, they're like,
And to be fair, it's not like they was disrespecting each other. It
they
was
were
more
just
like
getting competitive. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we get. That's how fighters get. Like, you know how many times I've done that shit? Just every little thing. I hit harder. No, I hit harder. And then it's like, that's normal. That's normal. Word up.
Yeah, I don't think Shakur would fight him. Like at 147, there's no point.
Nah.
So
and
like
Conor
He's
Ben,
not even a champion or nothing.
Conor Ben hits hard, man. I think he hits really hard. I think he's a very exciting fighter. I love
So you
his-
view that as high risk, low reward for Shakur?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love
I agree.
Conor Benton's personality. Like, Brits are usually kind of they don't like confrontation. They're proper. They're polite. He was like a fucking American. How he was just calling.
Yeah,
him
think
out.
about that Razor Ruddock Mike Tyson press conference. Yeah, Razor Ruddock was trying to take the high road, and Mike was being a Brooklyn dude.
I'm gonna fuck you in your ass.
Brownsville.
Oh, no, that was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kiss those big lips. I'm gonna make you my girlfriend.
Yeah, you make you my girlfriend. Yeah.
He
Now,
goes,
you better get up.
This guy got.
You better
no
kneel to
class.
me. You better kneel to me the night of the 25th.
He goes, this guy got
That shit was
no.
funny.
I got something you'll never have, and that's class. I was like,
Right.
he was wearing a suit too, and Tyson's in his fucking feline jumpsuit.
Yeah, a little windbreaker.
Yeah. Did you guys ever see that Key and Peele sketch where he's like, "I'm gonna fuck you in your ass"? You ever see that?
No, I didn't peep that.
That shit. He goes, "I'm gonna fuck you in your ass," and then the guy's like, "Yeah, okay, you're just trying to get in my head." He goes, "No, I'm gonna get in your ass. First, I'm gonna take you out to dinner, and we're gonna talk and laugh on personal jokes. Then I'm gonna hold you so gently." He goes into this whole romantic thing about fucking him in the ass. It was really funny.
Well, that sounds funny.
Mad funny. What's up,
Marco? I wanted to ask real quick. So, do you think that the so I don't know if you guys got a chance to see for the whole panel actually, the MVP Jake Paul put out the numbers for the Serrano Taylor fight, and I don't know, the numbers were pretty underwhelming. Marco, it showed that the fight peaked at 6 million viewers, so it didn't do nearly the 150 million that Paul Tyson did.
Oh, wait, didn't we talk about this?
We made
Yeah, we
predictions.
did.
About this.
I said 5%. So let's see. It did how much? What did it do?
It peaked at 6 million viewers.
6 million divided by what was the other one?
150.
150.
So it did
So
less
Marco
than
was
5%.
on point than me. It was less than 5, but he was closer than I was.
Yeah, I was on
I
the
was
panel.
right on fucking point.
Yeah, we were on the panel. We agreed that like a best case scenario 10 mil, and so it fell short. At
Yeah, and it
6.
was way. I was right. I'm telling you, I'm not always right
got
when it
it.
comes to that kind of shit.
No, you got that, Marco.
Nobody's gonna come on.
Give him his flowers, you guys.
Yeah, nobody's gonna give a fuck.
But Marco, what do you think Canelo does then? Because if we kind of have using those two as benchmarks, so
Would
6
be-
million for a ladies fight that no one really cares about, and then 150 million for Paul Tyson.
Well,
What
you
does
have to
Canelo?
understand too. So when I first relocated my comedy club, the first weekend we were sold out because we were like, yo, we just moved, blah blah blah,
It was new.
Exactly. And then I was struggling until I built myself back up. Same thing. This was the rollout, new Netflix thing, so everybody jumped to it. So I think we're going to get some of the same thing now. Now it's not new anymore. So I mean, it depends who Canelo. The Canelo Crawford fight.
Off top, what would be your prediction off top of your head for?
Well, nobody
Crawford?
really
No.
knows Crawford, and Canelo's really only known by like North America.
I want to ask you, is that on Netflix too? Or no?
Yes, that's what we're discussing.
I think
20, at least 20. It got to be at least 20.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
10. I'm gonna say 15, maybe 10, 15.
Nah, Marco, you out of your damn mind. This
People
is
don't-
Canelo.
You guys don't understand something.
I'm saying 100. I'm saying
I'm saying a hundo plus.
You guys are.
I ain't going that far.
We're all boxing.
No,
pundits.
I'm gonna say 50 then. 50.
Guys, we're all boxing pundits. The majority of the earth, with an F, the earth doesn't give a fuck about Canelo.
They care
or
about
Bud.
Canelo, Marco.
They don't
But
know
it's
him.
on. It's on Netflix though. If it wasn't
Mexico-
on Netflix, I would.
Yo, I'm
agree.
telling you, besides Mexico, people do not fucking know Canelo like that.
Yeah,
Not-
Alberto,
that's a
you're
whole
in
country,
LA.
though. That's
You're
a
in
whole
LA
country.
and you're Mexican American, so that might be tipping the scales a little bit. You think he's
Right.
gonna do better, but
No,
yeah, man, I don't
but CJ, when I talk
I'll
to
be right
people
back.
about boxing, they mention Canelo, Jake Paul, Ryan, and Tank. Those are like household commodities. You get me?
I feel you to an extent. I just don't think his reach is as far extending as you think it is. That's all.
We shall see.
Like I said 20, which would be what 5 times what Serrano and Taylor did. So I mean, that's
Hey,
very
panel.
respectable.
Hey, the panel. Could I ask
What's
the
up?
panel a question?
Yeah,
Hey,
go
what
for
is
it.
Dude,
what
you
is-
on FM radio? You sounding old school. You got it. You know.
It sounds kind of far
Hey,
away.
what-
Your mic.
I'm just fucking
Can
with
you
you.
hear
Go
me
ahead, man. Yeah, we got you.
What is somebody explain to me what an exciting fighter is, and then what is a boring fighter?
Exciting? That's all subjective, my friend.
Tank
Very subjective.
is exciting.
Everybody
boring.
like what is a boring fighter? What does a fighter
Jack
do to make it
Catterall.
boring?
That's subjective.
I don't think he wants specific fighters. I think he wants an objective criteria so he could
Oh,
plug anyone into that equation and say,
My
okay,
bad.
This seems like a loaded question, but
it is.
it is.
It's leading.
But it's
Yeah, it's a leading question. Like
No,
the
it
most-
definitely is. It's subjective.
Nah, because the talk is, people are doing a lot of crybabies, guys that don't even box themselves, but they're going around saying people are boring. What is a boring fighter? You say you a boxer, you know boxing, so what is a boring fighter?
So
I want to hear this.
Let me guess. You're a Shakur fan.
No, I'm not even talking about that. People are saying fighters are boring and boxing is not entertaining. What is a boxer that's boring?
Well, let me ask you.
What are they
this.
talking about?
Why you
Who are
gonna
they
instantly pick
saying is
Shakur?
boring besides Shakur?
Say it
I
again.
said Devin-
Who are
Devin.
they saying is boring besides Shakur? What fighters are they labeling as boring?
All right, I guess I got to go there. Hispanic fight fans, they say black fighters are boring. So what is boring about black fighters?
Okay,
That's
what
where
is?
we're-
I know you're not
okay,
black, but you seem to be
Okay, Solidus.
black friendly or whatever that means. But
Black friendly.
They-
Black friendly.
they're saying that-
Okay,
they're saying that
I'm gonna
okay,
use that.
Solidus.
they're saying they're
Solidus
saying
is
that black Hispanics are saying that black fighters are boring, right? I'm not trying to make it a race thing, but it is what it is, right? Who gives a
Well,
fuck?
we have
But
one
Hispanics
Hispanic-
are saying black fighters are boring. So what makes black fighters boring? Does
Well, we have
anybody
one-
know?
We have one Hispanic guy in here, Alberto, so he's the best to answer to that. I've never heard
Word.
Hispanic people say black fighters are boring, but Alberto, is that true?
Marco, don't flip it on me. He asked you.
No,
I
I
know.
have heard it in
Well,
these
we gotta
YouTube
ask
streets. Okay,
somebody-
so
I've never heard that before, so that I'm not
Okay,
agreeing to
Solidus
that
is-
narrative. I've
They
never
said
heard
it
as a black man, let me soften the blow and give my criteria about why that might be. And I don't use that term too often, hardly ever. I can't think of one time I have. But I think their motivation. So I'm trying to get into their head. Someone who won't stand right in front of you and just go rock'em sock'em robots. Someone who's defensively sound, uses footwork. That's why that's not my criteria. That's why I think they say it. Y'all got it.
Okay,
I
so
agree.
let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, we're gonna go into the top pound for pound fighters in the world right now. Okay, and the top pound for pound fighters. Let's look. Bud Crawford is
That's
definitely
not my dog.
not
Sorry.
considered one of those people who move around, don't stand in front of you. Tank,
Right.
definitely not considered one of those people. Boots, definitely not considered. So really, the only person you could be talking about is Shakur. He's the only one of the top fighters that are black that don't stand in front of you and get down.
If you tap in with other boxing panels, it's a bunch of Hispanics talking brazy, and they're mainly saying that black fighters are boring. I want to know what would make you boring.
Can I say where I think that came from?
Go ahead.
And again, I don't want to like disrespect no racer, but I think this comes from when Floyd was beating all the Mexicans, and they just use that to say like that he's not a good fighter.
Oh, that's probably where
I observed that too. That was like the genesis of it. You wanted something there, Yaya.
Yeah.
I try to give you criteria. So, hey, real quick, can we get a panel roll call just so I know who I'm talking to? Because I don't know who asked that question.
CT's
Solid.
finest.
Solid is asked the question.
Alberto, Fight Sports Talk from down Yenda. Yayan, the Samurai. CJ, Jersey Bizob, and Solidus T.
Why you gotta put jizz on everyone's name, Marco?
Who said jizz?
Oh, he said Bizob.
You said biz.
Bizob.
It's close to jizz.
What is going on in your brain?
Yeah, I don't know what's up at your antenna, Alberto, but you sometimes you're reaching on that what's suspect. Marco did not say. I'm not even going to repeat it.
Yo, Alberto. All right, let's go.
Well, I was saying something near this point. I was listening to Sean Porter. He said the Matias Preo fight. He said it didn't interest him because something like you said, Mark. He said it was the same thing round after round.
Yeah.
And he said the fight wasn't interesting to him. He said something along those lines. Because he was like, I ain't scored a fight. He said it was the same round after round, and he sort of lost interest. So that wasn't a quote unquote boring fight, but he found it not interesting. I know, Mark, you said something like that. If you don't like fights where they're just going at it, nobody's hurting each other. I guess you said, Marco.
Yeah, I don't like a fight where I can tell right after a couple rounds that there's no chance of either person dropping or rocking the other one. Like that to me.
Yeah, that was your objection to the Katie Taylor Amanda Serrano because they were thugging it out in the second one, but yeah, nobody got hurt like that.
That's why I didn't like Gotti more, even though I think Gotti did go down once from a body shot. They were knocking each other's blocks, spinning their blocks around. Yes, but you knew nobody was going to get hurt. You knew they're just going to keep going like a Rocky movie.
Marco, I think someone in the chat's making a pretty like people like nowadays have like a recent memory bias. So, we have short attention spans. And I think someone in the chat saying, we saw some pretty boring fights with Shakur against De Los Santos. And then we saw the Haney, he basically ran against Ramirez the whole night. So I think that's maybe what the gentleman on the panel is referring to.
Like Haney is the only current fighter. Not to cut you off, let me make this quick point. Haney is the only current fighter other than Shakur that gets that label. You got it.
True.
The problem with that though is that was just one fight where Shakur did that, and that was just one fight where Haney did that. Their bait now it's like, fuck their whole career because of one fight. Like, I want to know where's that coming from? Because Haney got a lot of fights where he's not running, he's tactically just outboxing people. There's no appreciation for that.
Well, there's law.
So I don't understand. It's coming from the Hispanics. They claim they know boxing. That's what they're saying. But all I'm hearing is some hating shit, and I'm trying to understand where's all this hate.
Yo, can you guys hear me or not?
Yeah, we hear you, Jose. Let Jose talk.
Yeah. So let me answer the question real quick. Let me give my opinion on that. So I think that like when people were talking about boring fighters, they were like, it's not that all black people are boring. It's talking about like those fighters like Shakur Stevenson and Haney that were following the Mayweather blueprint, that they're trying to like hop on the ring and win by scoring points. Like they're going in there with the purpose of like just winning by points or winning rounds and shit. Like people want to see entertainment. They want to see a knockout. So when certain boxers are going in there and only like trying to like win by points, that's boring. So it's not that all black people are boring fighters. It's that it's referring to the blueprint that Mayweather has set up to go in there and not even entertain, just go in there for a win. So it's not like all black people are. It's just.
I hear what you're saying, but you said the key word boxers.
So,
it's called boxing, not knockout. The objective is not
let me
to stop
say
your opponent; it's to win.
Let me say this, and I'm gonna get off. See me,
Well,
I
knockout
consider
is king,
myself.
in my
I
opinion,
consider.
and the knockout should be the main thing that fighters should go in there for. If you ain't
Hey,
going
That's
in there
not.
to
That can't
knock
be
out, you're
everybody's
getting in
style.
there to get it
It's
knocked out.
impossible. It's
hey,
impossible
hold
for
on.
that to be
Let me say
everyone's
this.
You
style.
know, but that's only my opinion. Like that's
I got you.
it's not a race thing. It's just that
That's his
when
preference,
people were
though.
referring to that, they were just like I said, it's just the blueprint of winning without really like engaging into a fight.
I got you.
I look at
But
it
that's
like
all I'm
this.
gonna say. Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna get off the panel, whatever. But I'm still gonna be here listening. You know, I enjoy the chat and want to
Appreciate
say
Later,
you.
what's
man.
up to everybody. Shout outs to everybody. You know. All
Appreciate
right,
you.
ladies, man.
Go ahead.
You
Hey,
gotta go
Marco.
slow.
Solidus.
Marco, I look at it like this. If you're a true boxing fan, you could appreciate both outcomes, whether somebody get knocked out or somebody just gets outboxed. Like I give you an example. When Canelo fought Burlanga, overall, in my opinion, that was a boring fight, but I still appreciated it and was still entertained by it at the same time because I did see some good technique in there, mostly from Alvarez. So I was overall still entertained by it. When people say that it has, like that dude was just saying, it has to be a knockout, that's kind of more casual talk. If you really appreciate boxing, you would accept either outcome, whether somebody gets knocked out or
So I
somebody
think
got outboxed or
I think
whatever.
there's a
You would
balance.
appreciate that.
I agree with you, but I
That's
think
what I'm saying.
also Ryan's right. By the way, there's very few,
I agree,
which is
Solidus.
why guys like Tank are so fucking popular because they're knocking people out. So I agree with you, but I don't. I don't like fights that are too boring.
Tank has great boxing skills, though. Remember what he did to Ryan? He outboxed him.
What I'm saying is knockouts are always fun, right? But there's boxing that can be fun and there's boxing that can be boring. So not everybody that wins on points is boring. So I want to make that clear. Not everybody.
We know that.
But some
we
are.
know that.
So to me, I don't find them entertaining, the few people that are boring. But I can name, Sweet Pea Whitaker. I can name a bunch of fighters in history who didn't get knockouts who I love watching.
In my opinion, Pernell Whitaker, in my opinion, was a very fun boxer to watch. In my opinion.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Yeah. Well, you got to know what you're looking at, though. So I get it.
Oh, let me read these.
I mean, I don't get it. I don't agree,
Hold on, guys,
but I
real quick.
understand on someone. Okay.
Adrian, appreciate you, my brother. Boring fighter is someone who won't let his hands go. Okay.
Oh, is Jayan still on the panel? Or shots fired at Broner.
I like that. Keenan,
I thought that was more
appreciate you.
Shakur.
Extra crispy 5-piece. Extra crispy 5-piece. Catterall, Zoria, Sandor Martin, Bernicek. They all called boring. Just don't have YouTubers complaining about the narrative like Hitchens, Core, and
Yeah, they do say Hitchens is boring too.
Hitchens is a little boring.
I don't think so.
To respond to Solidus's point, there's always going to be biased fans who just don't like a certain group of fighters. But I mean, as great as he was, Joe Calzaghe was called boring at times because he didn't get knockouts, even though he was usually in
But you know the difference with him? Nah, he was called Joe Cal Slappy, but he had so much output that he was fun to watch.
That too, but there were still fans who say, "Oh, this guy can't punch; he just slaps."
No, that's true. That's true.
Klitschko was. I mean, he was insane. He was insanely boring.
Oh, he was boring.
And he got knockouts too, but he was just up until that point. You're just like,
exactly.
Me and Fight Sports had a disagreement not too long ago, but Fight Sports be saying some real shit, so I can't even really get mad at them.
I'm just responding. Yeah, we've had plenty of disagreements, but just responding to your point, there are fighters all over who get called boring for different reasons. Like as Marco just said, Klitschko, most of his fights were by knockout, but he was still called boring. Calzaghe, he was always punching you, but he was criticized for slapping. So it goes both ways.
Can I say something?
I'm gonna be honest. I never heard nobody call Joe Calzaghe boring. That's new, but I guess.
Go ahead, Alberto.
Yeah, so like kind of what Solidus is saying, like it's mostly Hispanic fighters that are criticizing, the black fighters, quote unquote boring. I think maybe too, like we should think about it the other way, like in Mexico, I think they're top, that Mexican style punches and bunches. So if they believe that's what boxing is at its essence, can you blame them for when they see something different to criticize it, like as running, like as not fighting? Just presenting an opposite opinion.
I think what's going on, Marco? Nice green shirt. It looks nice on you. I'm taking the, I'm going to take the approach that Belcher gives you. I like that shaggy look too.
The fuck?
I'm making fun of Alberto, bro. But this young man came on the panel talking about that bullshit about Hispanics don't like. You know what it is? He's butthurt. You know what it is? He's just butthurt that most fans do not like his favorite fighters, because I don't think Hispanics think that. Let me give you a list: Kid Austin, Abdullah Mason, Norman Jr., Tank Davis, Raymond Ford. I don't think nobody thinks these guys are boring fighters. So you can get the F out of here with that bullshit. Now you can find selective people.
There ain't nothing to be. Hold up. There ain't nothing to be butthurt about. It's just facts. It's just facts. Ain't nothing to be
I am speaking.
I muted him. You got to let him finish, Solidus. Then you come in after.
You know, you're up here just spreading bullshit, because I can go to a whole bunch of selective black media and content creators just shitting all over Hispanics. So if that's the circles that you roll on, well, then you're a victim of your own circumstance and where you hang out with, brother. It's as simple as that. Because I think for the most part, next to all the names I just mentioned, all black fighters, I don't think no Hispanics in general were going to say those guys are boring. Now, if you're going to tell me, I think I've heard black people say, Shakur is fucking boring. Haney is boring. Yeah, you're going to hear that. But you know what? That's the consensus overall. It's simple as that. Now, whether you like it or not,
we kind of went over that. We went over that, and those are really the only two fighters. Well, maybe Africa too, Hitchens. Those three, maybe the only three elite fighters.
And yet, Africa even changed that perception in the last fight.
Right. So I don't know, but
that's all I had to say about that. I think it's corny. I think it's bullshit. Oh, you're just crybaby shit, bro. Get out of those circles, bro. There's a lot of mature men on this panel who are black, who are going to talk the way they, just by what they see things, and even down the middle. You don't see none of that bullshit out there. You're the only one who came up with that bullshit. So let's
y'all, Hispanic, hold up, bro. Hispanic boxing fans, they will say you're a runner. This is what I'm hearing. For not standing there and letting somebody punch on me and moving around and beating somebody doing that. They're saying you're a runner. That's what y'all guys are saying. You Hispanic. That's what y'all saying. I'm hearing you guys. That's what you're saying, bro.
Okay.
Well, now it's something different now. That's what it is. Hispanics are saying you're a runner because I'm not letting you stand there. Canelo can only fight one way, coming forward. He can't fight off the back foot.
Agreed.
Black fighters can fight coming off the back foot, fighting on the back foot and come forward. We can do more. We're more versatile. You guys say we're runners for that.
We just saw Shakur Stevens.
So yes, it's valid.
We just saw Shakur Stevens in fighting.
Most Hispanic fighters cannot fight off the back foot. It's not as skilled.
Bro,
and y'all say it's running. Then when the black fighters do it, he's running.
I feel sorry for you, man. Grow up.
We're supposed to stand. We're supposed to stand here and let you punch. That ain't how boxing works.
Nobody says that.
Y'all don't know nothing about no boxing.
That. Nobody says that.
Yes.
Nobody says that.
You trying to tell me what my ears is hearing?
Nobody says we want to see Bakum and Sock.
You don't go on other panels. You don't know about this.
Bro,
you only go on this panel.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
You only go on this panel.
Now
can you guys hear me or not?
Hold on, people. Yeah, we hear you.
Yes, this is exactly what the Hispanics say. Black fighters are runners.
All right.
Hispanics are saying black fighters are runners.
You live on that shit. I see your black people say the same shit too. So shut the
fuck up.
I'm
a Hispanic, and I'm gonna say that I do be saying that shit. If you fucking running around the back of the ring, you're a runner, homie. If you out there, like, if you're not trying to engage, you're a runner. Are you supposed to go in there trying to engage? If you do fight on your back of your foot, you are a runner. I do say that shit because it is what it is. You call it what it is, homie.
I've been quiet for a second. Let me attempt to bridge the gap.
It's not about like standing there and letting somebody punch you. It's about standing there and seeing who's the most fucking able, who got the best ability, who got the most skills, and who's gonna win that fight.
Let me attempt to bridge the gap.
I'm gonna let
Please,
HLB,
let me have 10 seconds. Let me have 10 seconds, homie.
Go ahead,
okay. Now, I have heard that narrative more so from Hispanic boxing fans. So I agree with Solidus to a degree. The question I have is, like, I judge shit on a pattern of behavior. If you move around for one fight, like I said, Haney was determined to secure the Ryan rematch, so he said by any means necessary, and that's why he did what he did. My question specifically is, how many fights does it take for you to just write a guy off as a runner? Just one performance, two? Where is the line drawn? Because I don't think Haney ran his whole career. In fact, I know he did.
That's a good point. It takes, for me,
Thank
two
you.
or three.
Thank
Two or
you.
three
That's what I was
for me.
saying. Thank you.
Yeah.
Marco, let me just say this and I'm out.
Okay.
And also,
Let me just say this and I'm out. I gotta go.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Floyd Mayweather had 8 or 9 years of evidence before he retired in 08, where he was beating the shit out of people. Like his first title defense, his first title win was against Gennaro Hernandez. He beat that motherfucker so bad he made him quit in the 8th round. And he was beating motherfuckers up real bad. And guess who was still calling him a runner? Despite that, 8 or 9 years of evidence of him just beating the shit out of people, Hispanics were still saying he's a runner. So they're going to call you a runner no matter what.
You're bullshit. So nobody called Pretty Boy Floyd a runner. Nobody called
Mexicans call him a runner, bro.
All right,
but Marco, I gotta go. Appreciate you letting me on. I'll chop it up on the next one.
Man, peace out.
Peace out.
They definitely called Floyd a runner. That was a big narrative.
Not Pretty Boy Floyd, Marco.
So going back talking about running, let's take the core for example. He is a runner, but his last fight, he showed us that he could be more than a runner. He's actually pretty good in there. So why doesn't he fight like that every fight? Why does he gotta fucking go in there and do the minimum and win by points? Why don't you go in there with that eagerness that he went to in this fight? That's how I respect Shakur. I like this fight. That shit was good. That's what the fuck I want to see.
Right.
My thing with that is like, why
ahead,
does Shakur gotta fight how y'all want him to fight? Why can't he fight how he
Because
wants
then
to?
we ain't gonna watch him. Nobody's gonna pay to
Well,
watch
if he keep winning, y'all gonna watch anyway.
No, that's not the way it works, bro.
Kind of is.
Well, that's what happened with Floyd. Everyone was calling him a runner, but that's what happened with Floyd.
Do not compare Floyd and his charisma and everything.
No, I'm just saying. You saying if he keeps running or fighting in a style you don't like, no one's gonna watch.
No,
He had a blueprint of what he was doing, fighting a whole bunch of Mexican fighters to create that buzz. Had he just fought a whole bunch of UK bums at the time, he would not get none of that buzz. It's as simple as that.
Well, who's doing that?
Circumstance.
Out of the fighters you currently call boring, none of them is doing a UK fucking world tour.
Usyk is.
Anyway, yeah, people bought Floyd's fights even though he was labeled as boring. That was my point.
They did,
but you can't compare Shakur in the same circumstance when he hasn't even had a Pretty Boy Floyd stage of his career ever.
Yeah, well,
ever.
He kind of is in his Pretty Boy stage right now, still. To be fair,
and he has broken hands, so that tells you everything. He's, it's a different circumstance.
Floyd had broken hands when he was Pretty Boy as well. What are you talking about?
No, he didn't have his busted ass hands as Pretty Boy.
Yes,
that's why he switched it up.
Like, yes, he did. What the hell is wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all history? Y'all remember history?
That is the entire reason he switched his style.
Guys, hold on. Reel it in. Let me read this super chat. Attorney Bailey, appreciate you. We need you here, man. We need you to hit the javel so these guys chill out. People can have an opinion and perspective. This is America. While I agree with a position, I respect others' positions, wrong or right. Okay.
I feel that. That's pretty much where I come from most of the time.
Solidus does this on other panels where he focuses on fan bases who just don't like certain fighters. But again, you can get the same. I mean, there are fighters who say, there are actually a lot of Americans who say, well, Usyk's really good, but he's not knocking people out, because a lot of them say this because Wilder was the last American champion. So sometimes you just get fighters who are disliked by certain fan bases. And Floyd also had brittle hands from when he turned pro, but because he was fighting small guys. Yeah, because he was fighting small guys, his hands held up more. When he started fighting welterweights, they were able to take his power better.
Absolutely. Do y'all remember 2001?
Floyd was also
against Jesus Chavez, where he touched the canvas, but they got a knockdown because he hurt his hand. He broke his hand in that fight. Are we forgetting?
So does that make more of the point that I'm saying that even if he had broken hands, he was knocking mofos out? So it's Shakur's problem.
Yeah, Floyd. Yeah,
and we comparing
Floyd was knocking people out.
No, I didn't say it was a. I didn't say it was a one-on-one comparison. My entire point is, even if you're labeled as boring, you could still sell. And that was you said they're not going to buy it. That was my whole point.
He's sold because of many other dynamics other than just being what. No, he's sold because of other.
You want to elaborate? Do you care to elaborate?
Yeah, he was fighting a lot of Mexicanos, bro, and that was and he was.
So the racial aspect. It was the racial aspect.
It was,
I got you. I agree.
Because the Mexican community comes in and they want to make it. It makes it a big deal.
Floyd.
I mean, we can't.
Floyd fought everybody
at
though.
the time.
He fought every contender that was fucking popping off during his era. What do you mean?
He did.
Not every, but most.
He did go through a Mexican tour, so you can't say that.
What's up?
What what era are you saying Floyd took on all comers because he didn't?
What?
What?
Man, we're gonna go into a whole other
What are y'all
discussion,
niggas
bro.
talking about?
I'm just
At
curious.
one point, Floyd was willing to take on all comers, but he was a low risk, a low reward, high risk fight. So he couldn't get those fights. So everybody forgetting that Mosley went on vacation instead of fighting Floyd. The reason why Mosley fought Floyd so much later is because the money, he became the money guy. But when he wasn't the money guy,
I'm not.
they didn't want to go the direction of Floyd Mayweather.
He fought Mosley because he was supposed to fight Margarito, and fucking Mosley mopped his
The
ass.
only man,
So we
the
took
only
a
man
level.
that I will stand on, he openly ducked like a quack was
Fight
Thurman.
sports talk.
Other than that,
I think you might be a
he fought
chef.
pretty much everybody that was
because
available.
You love stirring the pot.
Wait, no.
I don't like that.
I'm not trying to stir the pot. I was just asking. Didn't mean to piss you off. Sorry. I was just.
You didn't piss anybody off. No, we're talking. That's the point. But a lot of your takes are very, soup kitchen-y, stirring.
Well, I'm not. I was just wondering because we're talking about Floyd here. You said he took on all comers.
Who didn't he fight? I mean, and
The
mind
only-
you, wait,
the
hold
only
on.
person he didn't fight was Thurman.
That's the question.
Hold on. I want you to answer this, but first let me say, who didn't he fight? And keep in mind, you can only fight so many people, right? Like, who didn't he fight that you think he should have?
Okay, the ones that I think he actually.
Hold on, let him answer.
Okay, these are the fights which I think he actually did duck because I don't know if
now hold on before you answer this. Duck meaning he was scared, he didn't want to do it. Is that what you're talking about?
No. I never said Floyd was scared of anyone. I'm talking.
So why would he duck these fights?
Well, to answer the question, I don't know why the fights with Freitas and Casamayor at super featherweight didn't happen. So I'm leaving those ones out.
You're going way back. Okay, I got you. I respect it.
Wait, can I answer the question? I didn't say.
Go for it.
So I'm not saying Floyd ducked those fights, but he did duck. In my opinion, he did duck Paul Spadafora. He ducked Margarito, Paul Williams, Prime Miguel Cotto, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and there are some others which I'm forgetting. Some people say he ducked Andrade. I don't know about that one.
So now. Okay, so those are not bad, but if I spit out all the people he did fight, they were way tougher, better, and harder challenges, the ones he actually did fight. So,
except for Thurman.
Again, I'm not.
Here, let me do this. I don't know if you're a history guy, but there's a clip of Aaron Pryor calling out Sugar Ray Leonard. Leonard never fought him. And people like, oh, you're ducking. Okay, maybe. But look who he fought instead. Hagler, Duran, Hearns. So when you're filling your plate with way bigger meals, harder to digest, how can you really say you're ducking the smaller meal?
Well, actually,
more lucrative fights.
Can I answer the?
Sure.
Ray Leonard's an interesting one. I brought this up before. All the stuff that people criticize Floyd for, Ray Leonard was the master of back in the day, and I've criticized Ray for ducking more than just the Aaron Pryor fight. With Floyd, I mean, I'm not saying Floyd didn't take on tough challenges, but at welterweight, he. In my opinion, he didn't take on all comers. And lightweight, I don't know. I know Stevie Johnson did duck Floyd, but I don't know why the Doreen fight didn't happen. I'm not blaming Floyd for everything. Again, I don't know why the fights with Freitas and Casamayor didn't happen.
Who was he fight, bro?
There were
niggas we don't even know.
You also have the business aspect,
guys. Let him finish, guys. Let him finish.
Marco, I didn't say this to try and stir the pot as you think I am. I just brought this up because, in my opinion, Floyd. Well, okay, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying I don't think Floyd did fight all comers. That's all.
Okay, and that's your opinion. Floyd fought when the Canelo fight and the Corrales fight, which he did in two different eras of his career. As Money Mayweather, it was Corrales. As Pretty Boy Corrales, as Money May, it was Canelo. Those were two fights against bigger guys who he had everything to lose and nothing to gain. And the motherfucker still took him and beat him. He earned my respect tenfold with everybody he fought.
Fight sports talk. Let me say this very quickly. I get your argument to a degree, but when I step in, like when someone is talking, I'll be like, okay, I agree, I disagree, and then I'll bounce back out and let you land. Some people like to take over the conversation. I'm not one of them, so please, I know we end up on a few panels together, so understand that's where I'm coming from. I'm not going to not let you finish. You feel me?
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Cool.
Can I just say, all them guys he named at 135, nobody in the world was like, Floyd fight for Paul Spadafora. Man, come on, give me a break. or any of them other names. Nobody was begging for them fights. Those guys had no chance of beating Floyd. and you can't say Floyd ducked them guys. Come on, stop it.
Yeah, they weren't more
a bit of an
lucrative
ass whooping
fights.
in sparring, but
wait, can I
They
respond
weren't
to
more
that?
lucrative. It's as simple
Again,
as that.
I completely disagree. That to me is a cop out saying they weren't lucrative. Again, I'm not saying Floyd was scared
It's
of
a
any of these.
fact.
I'm not saying Floyd was scared of any of these guys. I didn't mean to try and stir the pot, as Marco thinks. I'm just saying Floyd.
Now he's
in my
gloating
opinion,
on
Floyd.
that.
All right.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but there's no way growing up, as I'm older, there's no way somebody asked for Paul Spadafore against Floyd. No way. Unless you lived in Pittsburgh.
I'm
Nobody
done. I
asked for
wish I
that
would have
fight.
seen that.
Right.
That was my dream fight, man. I wanted to see that. Why, man?
Nah, well, look.
You know what I see when I saw Floyd though?
Go ahead.
I saw like he was getting a certain treatment when he was Pretty Boy, and when he became Money Mayweather, he applied the same treatment. He became a little more selective in the choices of fights. I'm not saying he ducked anybody, but he was selective because he wasn't the one selected when he was Pretty Boy a lot of the time.
He's doing the
Hey,
same
when
thing
you got the
Canelo's doing
leverage,
today.
you need to push a hard line. I feel that.
He's doing the same thing Canelo's doing today. He has the status to do what the fuck he
Absolutely,
wants.
and he's earned it. And he's
earned
earned
it. That's the same
So
thing.
I
It's
don't
the
like
blueprint.
that Canelo's ducking Benavidez, but he's fucking earned it at this point. You fight Kovalev, you fight Triple
You
G.
earn the right. Hold on, Marco. Let me get this straight. A fighter can earn the right to duck. Is what you're saying.
A fighter can earn
And
the right to finish
while
his
simultaneously,
career.
let me add a caveat. While simultaneously claiming he'll fight anybody.
No,
Got it.
no. A fighter can earn the right to, at the end of their career, go out the way they fucking want to go out. After
In a vacuum, I agree with that, but
After
don't
being
say
great.
It can't be both sides. Just say I'm doing what I want to do. I'm moving how I want to
Canelo
move.
should be honest, and don't forget, guys, he kind of was honest in a recent interview, maybe not recent, where he's like, "Look, I'm a natural middleweight. This guy's fucking comes in at almost 190. Like, what am I?" He kind of admitted it.
He said that.
He let the truth seep out. That he did.
I also don't think the weight thing really is valid. I mean, Canelo was outsizing people by like 25, 30 pounds when he was.
What do you mean it's
like
not valid? What part's not valid?
Well, he was weight bullying guys when he was at 154.
We're saying it's hypocritical. I'll let you land. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to say,
Maybe.
so I just feel to say.
But
yeah,
there's a
so
difference between weight bullying and being, 19, 20, 21 years old and still being skinny before
He's
growing into
5'7".
your actual man weight. You know what I mean?
The guy is 5'7".
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Who else
Barely.
Who else right now? Who else right now at 154 is 5'7"?
Yeah, I was shocked at how short he was. In person.
Some
at
a lot of
160, at 168, who's 5'7"?
Well, a lot of people say that they talk about Canelo's height and say he's small. He's not. I'm not saying he's he's average size for super middleweight because he's as thick as a tank. But yeah, he's never been tall, but he wasn't even tall in his prime. But also when it comes to ducking, I think Marco, you would know this way better than me. I think most great fighters have at some point ducked somebody. There's only two names off the top of my head that I think didn't duck anybody.
I don't like this word duck, though, because it implies fear. And none of us who do this for a living are fucking scared. Like,
well, I'll just jump in. I don't mean that. I'm not saying these guys are scared. I never said Floyd was scared.
Avoided certain fights.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think there's
maybe.
Fair.
Maybe,
there's
but
only
like
two names.
But it's a business. Like, it's not the NBA. In the NBA, you have to face whoever the fuck advances to the next round. In boxing, you get to pick and choose and orchestrate your career. That's just how it is.
Yeah. There's only two names I can think of who didn't avoid anybody. So I'm not Ali and Usyk.
Usyk? Okay. Yeah, I mean, you have a point. And Usyk's challenges seem a lot more viable because he's a smaller dude, right? Going up and fighting these guys who are all bigger. Ali.
I got a ride from my favorite fighter. Who did Tyson duck? Because he would have fared way better against Holyfield in his prime.
Riddick Bowe. It's on. Oh, we were friends. We grew up together. Motherfucker, you guys went to the same school for like 1 year, and you were like 3 grades apart. You didn't even know.
Hey, Marco, can I jump in?
Well,
go for it.
All right.
Go for it.
So I think a lot. I wouldn't say duck like you said, but I think a lot of these guys like. So we talking about Shakur being bored and stuff like that. It's bigger guys he's picked and said he'll fight. But like you had like Tito Mercado at his fight saying he wanted to fight him, and Shakur saying they not in the same weight class. I'm not saying he would be a super tough fight for Shakur, but Shakur pick and choose who he want to fight now too, because it's more about the money and like the reward got to be there. Just like he said he'll fight Tio. Well, Tio and Mikado is in the same weight class, so like, what's the difference? So I do.
You have a promoter to pay for a fight, my man.
Hold on, let me finish,
promoter.
HLD. Let me finish.
So I do, but I just like Canelo. Certain guys get like that duck on them, like Canelo, Tank. They gonna say that, but I just feel like if you got a guy like Shakur who say, I don't care what the fans say, like I don't care. Do you want to fight him and try to make a big fight? Because if it's a dud, that's also gonna hurt your value as well. So I just feel like that's another reason why he don't get picked for a lot of fights as well.
Okay.
But he's picking and choosing too.
Okay, well, so I think Tank is one of the only people that I would say ducked. But let me be clear. I actually think that he could probably beat all these fucking guys. So that to be clear, I think he had a great chance of beating anybody at 35. But he has been pretty he's the one who says, I have this list, this list, this list. He's 30 years old now, and he hasn't fought any of them. And now we're seeing
he got to be 31.
And now we see, right, in November, I think he's around my same birthday month. And now we see where his head's at. Well, I don't want to be in this anymore. I'm sick of it. Like, so he is kind of ducking, and he's too young, and he's inaccomplished. That's the problem. He's the most exciting fighter, arguably, of this generation, but he hasn't fought any real threats. And that, to me, is something worth criticizing, maybe. Not, Sugar Ray not fighting fucking Aaron Pryor after he fights Hagler and Hearns, or Floyd not fighting Spadafora when he fucking cleaned out the whole division, during. So.
I know none of us are top fighters. I mean, some of us have been in the ring. I haven't. But as a fighter, anyone who has, do you feel that at the end of the day, when the career is over, he finally hangs him up, that will haunt him, that he didn't test himself? And like, damn, now it's too late.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because when you're when you're fighting, like just getting in there, going through it, that's all. Anybody who chooses this as a profession, I don't think. But you never know. You never, hindsight's 20/20, right? So it's like, maybe. I wish I would have. Part of me wishes I would have gone further in my career when I was doing it. Now,
sure. Mark, can I ask you a question?
So,
and I'm gonna go the other way. Should a guy like Michael Spence have said, I ain't fighting Tyson, I can't beat him, I'm scared of him? Or go in the ring and do what he did? He was scared. You saw he got in the ring, he was scared to death.
He was scared, but guess what? He made his money. He tried. Like, don't take the fight. If you want to take it, was like a public execution.
He still got in the ring, bro.
It was a paid.
No, I'm just saying. Well, he'd been better off saying, I ain't fighting him.
Well, better off.
I know he got the money.
Hold on, let me answer. His bank account wouldn't have been better off.
Hey, Mark, I got one more for you. What have T.O. done enough to do what you're saying? Like Canelo's like got the right to do as far as like he fought Loma and he fought, because I feel like now he's another guy who I feel like is ducking. You got Devin Haney out there. Now you got Hitchison out there. Like you got guys out there that he can fight. No, he's not fighting.
T.O.'s was he 27? I mean, he's still young.
Yeah. Because everybody give him a super. Everybody just give him a lot of credit for taking the Loma and the Josh Taylor fight, where it's like, it's like he could take easier fights and it's just like it's okay. Because I feel like definitely he dug Devin.
No,
that was not the circumstance. So with Tio, Tio has a contract with.
Hold on. Tio needs another cornerstone victory, at least. It may be one or two. Yeah, I agree with you, because really the Loma fight, Josh Taylor was big, but like Loma was a superstar, right? Devin was kind of superstarish in boxing. Shakur, he needs one of those levels. Josh Taylor was like record-wise was undisputed or whatever. He was undefeated, but he wasn't a superstar. So
he was domestic, like Tank's violence. Okay.
Oh shit!
Just to respond to CJ,
didn't avoid the Haney fight. Turkey messed up his contract. Had he paid him what he owed him, the fight would have happened.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I think Tio's just doing what he's always
imagine
done.
saying, we have a contract for Boots, active contract for Boots, but I'm avoiding Devin who?
Well,
hold on a second.
I just think Tio's doing
guys. Real quick, let me get this super chat. Sorry, Bailey, I missed this one. Attorney Bailey, my man. I believe that there is a racial perception, I think you're saying, in boxing as in life. Perception limited on experience. Problem when a person can express opinions in the U.S. peacefully. Is that what you're saying? All right.
Yeah. Well, everyone can express their opinion. I'm free to disagree though.
Right. Well, but people in the U.S. do these days. I'm not saying people shame you. That I'm not saying it'll get to you, but they fucking it gets to some people.
I feel you.
They try and shame people, try and make them feel dumb, trying on the self-righteous shit.
I'm too old to give a fuck about any of that.
Like I told Tony Bailey, boxing is in some ways a really great representation in life in general to some degree, because of tribalism, regionalism, value of fighters, people who might be great but don't have value, people who are not that great but have higher value. It's a great representation in life in some components.
True.
I feel you. And my thing is, I know it's like a masculine sport, right? So it's like we're going to go back to our base roots with that. And that's why the tribalism comes in. My question is, why doesn't that transfer over into MMA? I don't hear nearly as much tribalism in MMA. But other than that,
well, I can respond to that.
If you're looking for a certain echo chamber of bullshit with racial ideology, you're gonna find it. It's as simple as that. You want to look for that shit, you'll find it. You'll find it in every community, as small as they are, but they talk a lot of shit. But when you go to
I don't see it in MMA.
Like that. No, you don't.
I don't see it in MMA
for the most part.
I don't.
But I think Fight Sports had a question
the
for you.
premise on how they was created too plays a role too.
Well, can I?
MMA is a more world sport.
Go ahead,
not
Fight
just an
Sports.
American sport.
Go ahead, Fight Sports.
The reason why it's not so big in MMA is because MMA wasn't built off of that. Like with boxing, you've always had from the very start promoters, especially with Don King and Bob Arum, saying this guy's going to fight that guy and represent this area and this country and this ethnicity. Whereas with MMA, it was built very much of just fighters fighting the best, regardless of where they're from. So it wasn't so much. They didn't make ethnicity so much about the promotion. But what I was also going to say, because you brought up Tyson earlier, I don't know for a fact. I mean, Tyson did take on all comers, but once he got a bit past his prime, there were some accusations, which again Marco will know better than me about. He may have not fought. He may have been offered fights against guys like Ray Mercer and Tim Witherspoon, and ended up fighting guys like Francois Botha. But I don't know if that's true.
I don't know about
but
that stuff because back in the day, like the internet wasn't around, so like these rumors or these facts didn't swirl around as quickly. So.
Yeah.
Just can I add something real quick? I just want to add something real quick. Another difference too between MMA and boxing.
Let him finish for a second. Go ahead.
Right.
Yeah, Lomachenko is one of my favorite fighters ever. And once after the Haney fight, I don't think he ducked any fight in his prime, but after Haney, he did get a bit more selective. But again, once fighters get old, that's normal.
I agree. And I wanted to back up that point by just before I let it pass the mic. After getting divorced and going to prison, I understand if Tyson was more selective. I understand why. Y'all got it.
All right, and the reason why I was going to say the difference between MMA and boxing is boxing has historical context and racial components, and also there's been moments where people were involved in boxing move needles in regards to complete cultural changes. MMA has never been in a position to do such a thing, so that's why you're going to have a difference in between MMA and a boxing. Because you look at a Jack Johnson, look what he went through as a boxer. It's just a completely different component.
I get you. They were started in much different eras with a social context behind it. Like MMA didn't come along till the 90s. I was there in the early days. So yeah, I feel you. And
the 90s,
and boxing goes down to 1800. So I feel that.
And the MMA did not come through this whole, it was a world sport of all kinds. And it still is. Actually, you don't even have an American superstar today in MMA. So it just tells you that it's a world sport of all cultures, all different nationalities. So it's not like an American phenomenon where we produce the most biggest stars, right, in the sport. And that's why there's a huge difference between boxing and the American phenomenon with all the racial ideology that we
is true
suffer in this country.
What Bailey just said. Today's fans are more in love with fighters than sport.
It is a damn shame.
Totally true. Totally true.
One of the earliest examples. Well, one of the earliest
people just like the Yankees, people just like the Dodgers, people just like whatever the hell it is. It's the way it is. Boston, LA.
Hey, let me tell you this. The Raiders left Oakland. I was a season ticket holder in the black hole for 10 years, but I still enjoy football.
Football's a very different phenomenon.
One of the earliest
Well, hey, you were naming team sports. You're the one that brought it to team sports. So even though I don't love the Raiders as much as I used to because they're not in Oakland, I still enjoy watching a football game. That's my point.
You mean Oakland, fool?
Can you watch just regular baseball, man? Unless
East
it's like
Oakland, hell yeah. My
unless
mom
it's
introduced me to the Oakland A's. That was my first love. It's baseball. That's why I still play softball to this day, and I still watch the Oakland A's.
Oakland A's.
No me gusta baseball.
Well, Sacramento A's, they're actually closer up to me. They're at Rivercat Stadium right now, but yeah, they're still the Oakland A's to me.
What's up, Blue Hustle Man? What's up? What's up? What's up, Aiden?
I was talking with a dude at the Shakur fight who was like, I only watch Puerto Ricans, but I really like Hitchens now because Paro beat Matias and then Hitchens whooped him. So I'm like a Hitchens fan now. I thought that was a pretty cool dichotomy.
Yeah. He was at the fight. Yeah. Are you
real
happy?
quick, Marco, you guys were talking about the low blow, blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
Because there's first thing you got to go to is in 2023 when Usyk and Dubois were fighting, the current ABC boxing rules was anything below the navel. Moving a year forward, in June of last year, the ABC of boxing rules changed the low blow foul to below the hip line. So it's a different set of rules.
But hold on, mira, Papa, escúchame. Those are just suggested guidelines. You know what determines it? What the referee does and says.
Amen.
That's just a fact. So none of that even, and I'm not trying to say you don't know what you're talking about because you do, but that just
it doesn't say
as a
suggestions
whole,
on the ABC because they all registered through
as
the
a
ABC.
whole in boxing, we don't know. We don't realize
all
that
referees are registered through the ABC of boxing.
Doesn't matter. No,
yes, it does.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
It does.
You know why?
They gotta go through their training.
Appointed. Mira, they're appointed by the fucking athletic commission. I don't care who they're registered from.
And who the state commission follows the ABC to allow all the
they use
all
it as a
referees have to train
suggested
through.
guideline.
No,
they don't follow it.
You
to
find
a
it where
T.
it says suggested.
HLD. Let me play devil's
Saturday.
advocate real quick.
Absolutely.
You're saying that the years for low blow were changed the following year after Dubois Usyk. Who's not to say that's not a soft way of them apologizing and say, "Oh, we fucked up. We gotta, sharpen this rule up."
Not for one fight.
That might be the case.
None of that even matters. What matters is what the ref says because there's a lot of shit that's not in the. I've gone over this 1,000 times. There's so much shit that's not even listed at all in the ABC rules. That's a suggested guideline. The State Athletic Commission. Yes, it is. The State Athletic Commission.
You're talking to a former pro boxer.
They're the only people. They're the only.
I know a lot of pro boxers.
Hold on. They're the only people who have any power in changing any fights is the Athletic Commission. ABC is a non-for-profit suggested fucking guideline. And that's just how it's been. Simple. Now, they do follow a lot of it. You're not wrong, but it's not mandatory. And the ABC is so
Are you making this up or you read it somewhere?
You know how much shit the ABC is missing? There's so much shit that's not even discussed in the rules. And the refs just go, hold on. There's so much shit that's not even listed in any of the ABC rules, and the refs just go on the fly, and that's why
they still enforce it.
Or they don't enforce it, or they just make game time decisions.
All state commissions have to have whatever referees are there have gone through the ABC rules of training for refereeing.
So what?
So if they're making them go through the ABC, it's suggested, or they got to go.
I don't know if I didn't know that they make them go. I didn't know that they make them go, and until you could prove to me that, I don't really believe that. But even if they do, even if they do make them go, even if they do make them go, which I don't believe, it still doesn't matter because the Athletic Commission has the final say and all the power.
And the Athletic Commission throughout all states use the ABC.
No, as a guideline for the 10th fucking time. If you go to the ABC website, it says this is a guideline of rules. It uses the word on the website. You can't.
My lord, I cannot wait till Saturday so Usyk can beat the shit out of Triple D, and I can stop hearing y'all with this bullshit. We can put it to bed. I can't wait.
He is going to beat him. I agree.
Who is this?
He's going to smoke him.
That's unbiased Brim. He is going to beat him. I agree.
Oh, Brim. Shout out, Brim.
What up, Brim?
I disagree.
I think two things were true about that fight. It was a low, but at the same time, I think Usyk just milked it a little bit. That's all.
No. The referee milked it. Remember, Usyk was ready. The referee was tripping for making it too long. When Usyk said he was ready.
You're right, Brim.
You got to give this motherfucker an Emmy award because he looked like he was in pain.
He did. I think he played it off, and the ref just gave him.
And that's part of my argument. He might have, so we can't call it a knockout, but it didn't look like it.
Real quick, what's the navel like? What does that consider?
Your
That's your belly button,
bruh.
Okay. I ain't know.
Yeah, and Usyk rocks his trunks above his navel. Usyk got his trunks up to his breasts.
No. Can I respond to that, because this is another.
Oh fucking hell!
I'm not blaming the fans. I'm blaming Dubois' team for just trumping up a lie. They say that Usyk had his shorts pulled up high, and they weren't. It was.
Come on, champ. I mean, I know he's not the only one that does it, but I can see with my own eyes. It's not about what a narrative somebody paints. He wears his trunks pretty high because he knows he's weak to the body. So I would do the same thing. It's a smart move, but you can't say he doesn't wear them higher.
Well,
there were two angles on that punch.
Better dropped him in a kidney shot. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dubois actually had his shorts higher than Usyk. Usyk's shorts were around the navel area. Dubois' shorts were higher and closer to his pecs than Usyk's were. So this narrative that Dubois' team was saying that Usyk had his shorts pulled up high again is just a lie.
Well, they were high at certain points, and they were normal at certain points.
Well, I mean, they move up and down throughout the fight. There's no lie about that. You know what I mean? There's no lie about that.
Right.
No, I'm talking about if you look at the face off. If you look at the face off, the referee is giving Usyk shorts again. Their normal height. Dubois shorts are a little higher.
Jackie is correct. Usyk and Fury's trunks are always high.
Especially Fury. Crazy.
Yes, sir.
Y'all remember how the bodyguard yoked Norman up, pulled the shirt up over his head? That's how I see Usyk's trunks up over his head, man.
Great Cornholio. Norman the Great Cornholio.
CJ. But hold on, CJ. Don't forget that he got that Norman pretty much hit tossed him with one arm. You know, he's a 147.
That's true. No. I'm not saying he really yoked him up, but that's how high it was. Hey, shout out Blue.
You know,
Blue Hustle man.
What's good with everybody, man? What's good with Marco, Brim? You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the panel doing what they do. You know,
Blue.
What's good with you, Marco, man? How you doing?
Hey, you're from the West Coast as well. If you didn't know, not to cut you off.
Yeah,
from the West team.
Everybody's complimenting his green shirt today and how nice his.
He's from the West Coast.
Beard.
We don't know where he's from because he's in the witness protection program. He won't tell us where the fuck he grew up.
I'm in the Evergreen State right now. You dig?
Oh, you are? I don't even know what that is.
Come on, champ. Washington. He's in Seattle.
I don't know what
Evergreen State, man.
Is that where you're from?
It's all good. It's all good. No. I'm from Missouri though, but you know I'm out here right now living it up. You know what I'm saying?
You
from Missouri? The Show Me State. The Show Me State.
I'm
you know
from
what
Arkansas.
I'm saying?
From the Midwest.
That's what's up. Yeah, you know the Midwest, man. The Show Me State. You know how we get down. We don't talk about it. We be about it. You dig?
Exactly.
But man, I'm gonna say this, man. Hey, look, I'm going for the underdog for Dubois, right? But at the same token, you cannot forget, and you can't forget this point. Usyk got that footwork.
Yeah.
He got that footwork, man. The skills pay the bills. So if I'm gonna be realistic, I'm just gonna say, man, Usyk gonna pull it off, but I want Dubois to be able to hit him. I want Dubois to catch him, man, and show the skills because I'm impressed with Dubois. I'm impressed with Usyk too, but I think that I want to see Usyk because I feel like he got cheated. You see what I'm saying? But that's just my. Well, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like not cheated, but you know what I'm saying, man. Come on,
that man got dominated every part of the fight except for that
don't
one.
Matter. Don't matter. I'm talking about Dubois. I'm saying Dubois.
Oh, Dubois got you. Okay,
I didn't mean to say Usyk. I apologize. If I said Usyk, I apologize. I meant to say Dubois. That's why I want to see him go in there. If he does what he did, if he comes in there with that mentality and dogs him out and actually works on, cutting off the ring properly and doing something, man, just trying to be on point. You know what I'm saying? Tighten up his defense, become more crisp, work on certain things. Man, he might be able to pull this off, and I'm going to go for the underdog, man. That's all I want to say.
I'm going for Dubois, but I think he's going to lose.
You got to admit that loss that he had with Usyk changed the fighter, the attitude fighter in Dubois.
Yes.
He quit. He quit. But ever since that fight, I've seen a different spirit in this man, a fighting spirit that he's ready to go on, and he's done that in the last 5 fights. So I got to give him credit for at least changing that mindset. He's going to get his ass whooped, but he's going to mindset.
Coming for you.
You have me up until the end. I do see a different.
Can I respond to that real quick?
Hold on. Wavy is coming at Brim. Go ahead, Brim.
All right, so listen, I'm not 100% unbiased. No human being can be. I try to be fair and objective, but when I'm biased, I let you know. Like when it comes to Norman, I'm mostly going to be biased, but I'm still going to be fair when I get down to the real meat and potatoes. But bro, I mean, we all have our biases, but I do try to be fair. Like when I make a statement that Tank is not pound for pound top 10. People can say, "Oh, you're being biased or you hate him." No, I don't hate him. I just can't defend the action. He's moving like a semi-retired fighter. I'm gonna put him on a pound for pound list when other fighters are accomplishing more, doing more. It's just that simple. But to finish off on the Usyk thing and the Dubois, I'll tell you this: Dubois, what he's been doing has been about confidence. The problem is when he get into the ring with Usyk, he's still the same fundamental fighter that he was.
Yeah.
And that's why I believe Usyk is gonna put the pause him. Yes, I am Team Norman. Yes, I am Team Norman. That Senior is my guy. It is what it is. But does Devin Haney have a chance to win? Absolutely. Will he win? No. Get a pillow and a blanket. That's
you know
it.
what I think bias is? So to me, bias is something that the majority of a community don't agree with. So you're saying something that like a lot of people might agree with you. I don't think that's crazy. To me, bias is where most people are like, what? That to me is biased. That's my definition.
Brim. Big booty girls all day.
What the fuck?
The fuck?
What?
Yeah, but
No, beautiful women all day with great personalities all day. You don't have to have a big booty for you to move me.
Never
to be
trust
real.
a big button smile.
I'll trust it for a
That
minute.
girl's poison.
And that Norman fight,
That showed how old I was. You guys.
I got Norman winning that fight, bro.
you showed your age with that one.
Yeah, I did.
I got Norman winning that fight.
Hey, listen, people, I'm going to wrap this up. I will be back on tonight, 10 p.m. Jump back in. We'll see you guys then. I appreciate you guys.
Hey, have a good one, man.
Have a good one.
Marco, you my guy, bro.
All right, guys. Peace out. Appreciate it.
Peace.